to the in-game overlay because it looks like we are getting into our draft. For Windsor side, it looks like we have the classic Haven comp running double initiator with Sova and KO, and it's actually mirrored on the other side by Nate Gaming. So with a mirror comp, we're gonna actually see a lot of skill expression. We're gonna see which team has more prac on this comp, but I do like seeing mirror comps because you get to see the set plays that one team has versus the other, and whether one team can do it better than the other. Yada yada yada. What are you thinking about, Bobby, going into this match?
Yeah, like you said, the mirror comps, and it definitely it opens up the possibility to kind of unorthodox plays, in a sense, because you have these mirror comps, and there's definitely certain ways that you can play them, the normal ways to play them, and I guess it opens up the possibility of throwing some curveballs at them, just kind of trying something different.
Yeah, because I think when one team practices this comp a lot, they're also going to be aware of what the other team is trying to do. When you have those unorthodox comps, you don't really know all their set plays and their strong points, their weak points, so you kind of have to test that out during the match. But right now we're going to see with this mirror comp, they're both going to understand what each other's comp's going to do. So you are going to see those little curveballs that you were saying, just trying to break through their set plays and their set strategies.
Yeah, definitely. And I do like this though, regardless for Lancer, just because I know we saw, I believe, on Wednesday that Lancer actually ended up winning the other team's map pick. So definitely seems like they have the capabilities to play on these diverse maps. But we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, they're definitely a team based on vibes, and they are able to win when it is not their pick. But that we haven't seen them on Ascent yet this week. I don't really know too much about how they run their Ascent, so it's going to be fun to find out with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like we're seeing a lot of heavy pressure towards B from the attack side on their starting round. I'm actually going to pan over to Jet because it looks like they might have some sort of set play that the Flash Tiles play. Get some early pressure. Does find one.
Oh, very nice KO lineup. Jet nearly escapes the KO top hit, just that Omen smoke really just saving the Jet.
And I like how they weren't greedy about it. They got their one pick, they broke up the attacker's plan, and then they fell back so that the back kill is not traded.
Yes, and we see Omen playing that, that very reactive kind of that really reactive place just in tree, just kind of feeling it out, maybe giving up that space, and Lancer Gaming seeing Nate look to take the tree, and Nate looking to go tree to A maybe.
Yeah, they are taking it slow though. They're poking and prodding, trying to see who's playing towards this site. They were delayed by the smoke. I think one found on that knife. They do know the Omen that was there as well, so they might be rotating back towards mid, trying to test that as well. And they are correct. We do have 3 stacked over towards A, so I think it was the right call. But on the other hand, Lancer is not really giving them any sort of space on the map. That 3 stack is spreading out a little bit more. They are reading, but looks like a re-hit from Nate. Good timing too after Lancer Gaming rotated off.
Nate coming out on the site. Let's see, does Lancer Gaming go for the insta-fighter? They play the retake. Lancer Gaming going for the fight. KJ getting taken down. How the flash comes out. Let's put down dice. Sova finds 2 from Jen.
That quickly turned. Yeah, we were up in numbers, but that quickly turned back down.
They know about the Omen.
Yeah, wrapping tree.
Omen finds the blind. Sova getting 3 there.
Yeah. Really good round from Nate Gaming, honestly. But it kind of goes back to what you were talking about earlier. Lancer Gaming kind of threw a wrench into their plans by getting that early pick and then falling back. But really good reaction from Nate Gaming, just not too phased by that early member down. They took their time, they poked, they prodded, and they found the correct hit.
Yeah, definitely. See, the only thing is, I feel like Lancer kind of gave up that space too easily mid. All they had there was that Sova dart, and it really just didn't give them enough info.
I think they had the right call, but then they rotated back. Oh,
Get it in the smoke, looking to see what he could do. They don't spot the KJ.
2 kills for Al.
Al falls off. They're out. Switch. They have the space. Let's see. We have Sova Boathouse and KO rotating from CT. Let's see.
They do have
Sova.
numbers.
They know about the Sova.
Looks like we're gonna see some action CT. Omen Flash comes in.
Nate taking their time, holding their angles. They know, hey, you know, we have the guns. We don't have the numbers, but we can play our trades. We can hold our angles.
Yeah.
But Nate's getting pinched here. Let's see. They
Yeah.
They looking to go for the execute on site.
Dark comes in, does get 2 tags. Sova is found and taken down. Looks like we have 2 on flank with 1 coming market. I don't really like our chances. We were up numbers, but down guns, and wow. Jet finding
Sova
1.
just getting caught out there. Just looking for that one. He just gets caught out.
That's
We have
scaling onto site together. They do. Oh my, Fanchico finding 2 to clutch up that round.
What a round from Fanchico, and honestly, you really gotta appreciate that. You know, that jiggle peek from Luke from Sova on lane. You know, he jiggles it. Sova looks at him. Fanchico swings from B main, and you know, just gets that Sova, just looking for that one.
Yeah, I really like how they scaled up together there. They knew that they were at a bit of a disadvantage when it came to guns, but they took their fights well, and they ended up turning that into a winning round. But that all that all started with the KJ and main getting 2. Nate correctly played around their guns, but with that retake coming in, like I think Lancer Gaming was just too coordinated for them to win that round.
Yeah, definitely. And Lancer really looks proactive here in the early game, so hopefully, you know, they keep up this momentum, and you know, see where they go from here.
Dart does find the Omen. They get past that one way. That one way is really tricky to get through as an attacker. It holds a lot of A space and baits out a lot of util. So getting through that early is really big for them.
Here we saw a massive blunder from Lancer. Luke seemingly messed up his KO lineup from Tree. I guess didn't communicate it. Fanchico swings with no blind and just gets caught out.
Yep. It's mistakes like that that turn in these ecos into 1 round. So I really hope that we tighten it up for the rest of this round, because looks like there's some action over here. Yeah, Jet
messes up her dash.
Traded back, and it looks like we're up numbers. Sova, 2 more on Tree. Taking it a little bit aggressive, in my opinion. Omen TP comes through. It is fake. Kaz looks very aware of this. Oh, I spoke too. Caster Curse, I spoke too soon. I thought he was aware of that Omen. But on the other side, 2 kills.
Up top mid. Let's see, can they shut this Omen down? He's paranoid, he doesn't know.
He's playing this carefully. He knows 1 bullet's gonna finish him off, so he wants to do a little bit more damage to Lancer Gaming before this round ends. He definitely does not have enough time to win it, but yeah, Luke finds the last one.
Luke made up for his blunder from Tree. You know, he said, you know, he messed that up, flash up. You know, he got Fanchico the Jet killed, but you know, him and Kai, you know, flanked for Mei Mei, and they retook that space. Now, I honestly think that was a great call from you know, Luke the IG. I believe Luke's still IG.
Yes, he is.
I like that call a lot, and honestly, I think it won them the round.
I do want to say that I like the patience that we in that 3v1. I know yesterday or on Wednesday we saw a couple bit of over peaks towards the end of the round that kind of got some damage towards our econ. So I like that they took it slow. They were very patient in closing out that last kill.
Nate looking to give up mid here, just take the mains. Does Lancer Gaming catch on? Do they maybe say, hey, there's nobody mid, let's take this space? Because it is just uncontested.
Yeah, Danny not spawning anyone mid, so a lot of pressure towards the mains. He's correctly probably calming that towards his team, so I'd like to see a little bit more stack towards the sites.
Then Chico whiffing the op shot top mid. Let's see. KO's looking to fight from tiles. Pushes up on this Jet. Does he know? Senses the danger, falls off, looking to reset back up.
Does find the one.
Peeking the op, gets caught out.
I think a little bit greedy from Killjoy. He heard the shorty, he heard Jet dashing back towards market. So you gotta think what was going through his head, seeing if he could win that peak.
Definitely. Nate looking to take tree, trying to come out A. KO, there's 3 here. Silva rotated over, there's 4 here. Let's see, what can Nate do? Nate looking to go through tree.
They
Take into heaven, maybe the spawn?
they are contained in tree, so they have nowhere to go but A. But Kaz finding 3. Wow, what a read from Kaz, understanding that the vulnerable part of the map right there was the backside of heaven, and covering it for his teammates, finding 3. That was a very good job from him.
Yeah, definitely. You see, and I liked the play calling there from Nate, you know, trying to just spot out that space. But I mean, honestly, that KJ peak really, you know, really messed up their round for them. Gave Lancer the numbers, and I mean, that's all they needed. You know, they played with each, you know, they played their space. They played off of each other, and really, it just secured them the round.
You really, when op comes out, you do have to play a lot more correct. It punishes mistakes way too easily. Just one little hasty over peak, and the round is a lot harder for you to win. So I hope if we want to see a good match, their Killjoy is gonna have to tighten that up.
Yeah, definitely. Nate looking to take tree again. You know, they really like this. Let's see.
Did spot the Omen.
Finds one. Can he get out? Gets traded. They want the gun. They want the gun. Are they getting contested though? No contest in tree. Luke finding the KJ out mid. Luke overheating. Gets caught up from the jet in tree. She had that gun from the Omen. And Nate looking to take A here. Let's see. And Alf, I guess seemingly trying to find a fight there. He just gets caught out again. It's like, come on guys, we gotta stop taking our ones. We have the guns here.
Both 1 HP though. This is a winnable round for Fanchico.
Let's see, does he pop the knives or he just goes for the guns? Unfortunately. See, that was just a round of ones. I mean, a lot of overheating, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, Nate played their trade. They double peaked. It's like Nate deserved that round. Lancer peaked out. They overheated. You know, we saw the overheat from Luke mid, and then we just saw I believe it was Kaz. We saw Kaz, you know, try to go for that jet with the Odin, and he just gets caught out.
I think the round was in Fanchico's hands, though. He played a little bit too hurried for my taste. He did have the Odin. They both were 1 HP. I would have liked he had so much time, so I would have liked to see him take a lot more time there to make sure he can clutch up the round for his team. I think that was a little bit. It looked a little bit hurried and a little bit panicked.
Finds the KO mid, just peeking top mid. Let's see, they think they have a spot on the Omen. Let's see, can they peek him together? I think he spots the Omen. Omen gets away. See, no teleports though, and he took some damage. And Nate looking, you know, they have this mid space. They're trying to see, you know, what can we do with this? They know, I think they have a pretty good spot on where the op is, but you know, you got to play it careful. You know, your KO went down. You don't have any really flashes left.
I like what Lancer Gaming's doing here. They're making sure to keep real good control of the mains. They do find bomb. That's huge.
And bombs setting up for it. Let's see. Does Nate go for the bomb here? I mean, honestly, I think you fight this and then maybe you just save. You know, the economy is not looking great, but
this Omen's gonna be really hard to clear high low with the smoke. And bomb down. I think their chances in this round are very low. We're gonna see some action here. It looks like they're ready to swing to us. One traded.
Alf just clueless on the possible lurk. Let's see, Jets coming out. Let's see, does Fanchico find him? Fanchico whiffing. They have a spot on him for Fanchico. Don't take that one. He takes it. He gets dropped.
But they do have the one way. Updrafted up. He is through the one way now. But I don't think he can really find these 2 kills with the time left. Yeah, just a little too hard to clear those angles. But if you want to talk about Lancer Gaming, I love what they're doing on the mains. They're making sure that no one can get in B main with that Killjoy aggro turret into the Sova spam, and the one way with KO flashes controlling A main. Like it's so hard for them to get any sort of progress towards these mains, and I really like that from them. That way, if North Alberta does take the space through middle and get towards site, they are gonna have to fight a losing battle from 2 angles on retake, one from the main and one from heaven.
Alberta seems to have a read on this though, looking to go for that, you know, that 5-hit A, just the Omen there, and I mean, this is just a free site. A good chance for retake though from Lancer. You know, they don't have the great guns. You know, we'll have to see. Sova will come out for the knife plant, but he's planting dice, not default.
Yeah. But they did use a lot of util on that take, even though they did have a free site. So, you know, I think our chances of retake are a little bit better than they would normally after taking all that util.
Omen blind coming out. Fighting for hell. Nate just getting caught out gen. There's still Sova's main. Do they know about the KO coming from tree though? Let's see. What can he do? Anything? Is there time? He's sticking it. They know the KO's there. Sticking the bomb. That's a round for Lancer.
Yeah. Really well played on that retake, but I think it had to do with the amount of util that was used for their take. It's not like I can really fault them because they weren't, like, how can you really be aware of the 5-stack B when you're rushing A? But it does punish them a little bit when they like, through no fault of their own, when the retake comes in with all util versus the post plant hold with only about half.
Definitely. And honestly, I feel like that was a very interesting retake interesting post plant from Nate. You know, they don't have the guns, but they still choose to just sit and hold. I mean, I feel like you don't have the guns. You gotta push out. You gotta try to take those fights. Fanchico finding the KO top mid again.
I don't see him on off often. I'm not gonna lie, I don't see him on off often in most of these maps, but he's pulled it out for this game, and I think he's finding quite a lot of value with it. Most of these rounds are starting off with one player down for North Alberta.
Fanchico looking to opt from Cubby. Let's see. Seemingly they have no idea. Fanchico finds the one, gets traded from the Omen and Tiles. 3v3.
Yeah, but you see that's 2 down from the op already in this round. I don't know if it's Fanchico just playing it very well or some mistakes on the side of Northern Alberta, but you are seeing the op get so much value this game.
Yeah, and Kidjo coming out B. We'll see what happens mid here with this Omen and this Jet. Seemingly they have no idea. Omen, I don't think he spotted the Jet because he pulled out his ult. And Cass finding 2 from both.
And it is traded out by Owl. Very, very good round. Honestly, I didn't see the observer position from Omen, so if you wanted to talk about that for a second, enlighten me.
Yes, so Jet was there in mid-bottom, you know, tucked in the corner, and we had Omen top mid. And Omen was looking towards market, and as soon as Jet seemed to cross into market, the very moment before, Omen pulled out his ult, and you know, you can't see any, like, a whole lot in front of you. And I believe that's the reason he didn't spot the Jet, is because he pulled out his ult at the exact, like, second perfectly.
Yeah, those timings can make the round very dangerous, but I'm glad Lancer retake looked pretty good. And we ended up saving that round even through the Killjoy ult.
Fanchico looks like he wants to go for this out of the smoke cubby. KO Flash comes out.
Yeah, a little bit of aggressive peek.
Fanchico whiffing the shot on the KJ. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that would have been a round winner right there. I'm pretty sure Killjoy is the only one of 2 that has a gun this round, so that would be huge damage towards the Northern Alberta side. It looks like they've switched up their game plan. They're actually trying to do a lot of pressure towards A early on in these rounds, break through that one way, and I do like that plan out of them because that one way is really, really hard to break through if you don't invest those players to get through.
Is a Jet just swinging with nothing? Not even the KO flash there. Finds the one. There seems to be a brawl in tree. Let's see what can Nate do with this. 2v2 in tree. They have sight. Luke finds the one. Do they know about the KO on the left?
Oh my god, punished for playing anti.
Luke finds 3. Luke gets his 4th. Yeah. And that opposing KO, he wants the trade. He doesn't get the trade. I mean, and Luke just goes off. Really securing the round for Lancer there.
Playing anti doesn't really work when they don't flash, to be honest, Bobby, but you know, you can't really predict that from the get-go. I do like how they were, Northern Alberta was playing towards tree there. They knew that Killjoy had ultimate for that retake, so they were making sure that they did not give that space without a fight. Unfortunately, it just comes down to gun difference and individual brilliance from Luke to just win those fights, just without using the Killjoy ult.
Yeah, and I really like that play call from Lancer. You know, I don't know exactly how much info they had in A main, but they still set that op back up in heaven. It really seemed to win them the round. Like KO coming out. Do they know about the KJ in the corner? They do not. Out. No trigger discipline. Only finds the one. She go full blinded. This seems like a free sight take for Nate. Yes, it is. A 2v4 retake for Lancer.
Yeah, and
it's not looking good.
And they don't have the Killjoy ult this time to try and push them off. So it's gonna look like we're just gonna try and take some gunfights here.
You know, and Lancer, you know, their economy isn't bad. You know, they have a pretty strong economy. I think, honestly, you could go for it. Like, I think they could definitely go for this if they really so chose to.
Yeah, they're gonna have guns next round regardless. But this is Northern Alberta's gun round. So if we could get some guns out of here, even if we do lose the round, it's gonna be a big hit and help our chances out towards the next round.
Hi, KO finding 4 on the round.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that a whole lot out of Alf. I think, you know, there, he could have won on the round easily. They didn't clear the corner. He gets at least 2 there. Shuts down, you know, Northern Alberta. Could have shut down Northern Alberta's KO ult there. And the flash, the KO flash is really what got Fanchico killed, you know, on switch holding from that off. So
yeah.
Alv really just gotta, you know, he's gotta walk in, you know, you gotta focus up.
And that's the second time. He almost got away with it a second time doing the same play walking into B main. So you gotta think like Northern Alberta, you gotta tighten up clearing your corners, right? Like the rounds like that can be easily lost by just one player holding his trigger.
I like the defensive KO flash. Jets coming through. I don't think the drone spotted him. Fanchico finds one. Does he try to go down? I think that updraft killed him. He tried to get out. Updraft just got him out.
I would have liked to see him just try and get one more or even some more damage. It's too risky assuming that just updrafting is gonna get you past. Like this is high level play. They're not gonna miss those shots.
Yeah, and Nate looking to go towards A, but they want to slow it down, you know, make them think, where are we? And so they slow it down. Instead of going tree, they decided to go A main. And honestly, you know, we saw the rotates come out from Lancer to A, but I think them slowing this down to this extent, it honestly, that we might see some rotates back from Lancer.
Yeah, and they had the read, but the amount of time that Northern Alberta are taking is actually causing Sova to rotate. I would have liked to see a drone come out, maybe get some more information before he takes that rotate.
Luke finds 2, gets a good timing. 5-3 Luke.
Oh my god, Luke again with the 4K. Looks like we're seeing back-to-back KO 4Ks.
What a round from Luke. That timing coming out of tree was just, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Finds the Jet and the Omen, just not even thinking. Jenny, I mean, that was just beautiful.
I kind of want to call back to first of all, let's talk about the fact that Killjoy is now on the op. It's last round, so maybe they're just double opping, but Danny doesn't look like he has any gun yet. You know, Danny's vandaling this time, and it looks like they're rotating Alv onto the operator role.
See, it's interesting they have Alv on the operator role because, you know, he gets one anyways. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking, you know, Jet goes for an aggressive play because they're giving Kidja the op. I was just wrong.
Yeah, it looks like I think Alv's confidence is getting to him. Like we were talking about how this is a momentum-based team, and you see them winning in the first half of the opponent's map pick. So you know you gotta think that they're feeling it. You know their comms must be really hype right now, but they're playing very well, and I think that has to do with the early rounds that they won.
Finds the Jet and pizza. That flash was perfect from Luke. KO looks to try to fight this too. It makes you wonder, does Nate go for this B hit? No. Taz is Odin. Finchico gets the trade to mid.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive, but they were 2 there, so they knew they did have the trade in case things went wrong. And at this point, it's just a numbers game. If it's 4v2 and you go 1 for 1, like it's a winning factor in the round.
We see the rotates come out for B. I like this read. This is a very good read. Doubling over and under, and they get the KO.
Yeah. 9-3 half
from Lancer.
Yeah.
What a half.
Especially on Ascent, that's what you want to see. You never want to see anything less than an 8-4 because defense is so favorable on this map. The mains are really hard to get through, and mid is just op central. And you saw Lancer Gaming playing around that very well on their defensive half. So let's see what Northern Alberta has cooking up, because they really need to show up for this second half if they want a chance at
Yeah,
winning.
definitely, definitely. And what I like the most about, Lancer Gaming's like their mid hold is they'd go for that mid hold, they'd get maybe one or two, and then they would just give it up. They understood the numbers game, and they would give it up, and honestly, it worked beautifully.
No, yeah, I like that sort of call, because they know that the opposing team is, once they show that much pressure mid, they know the opposing team is going to be scared, and they're going to rotate towards one of the mains. So
Yeah,
then
coming out looking like a B split from Lancer. Omen Blind coming out. Fanchico still finding the one.
Yeah.
Luke trying to get his one. Takes the one. I mean, I don't know about that one.
Looks like Fanchico's going for more. Is he gonna find it? Is taken down. Leaves KO with low HP, but we're looking at a 4v2.
Lancer has sight. See, like we saw it right there. They were trying to get those numbers, trying to make it, not that 2v4 here, but this is going to be very difficult from Lancer trying to hold this site down.
Yeah, they're using a lot of util to delay, but you can only delay for so long. This site hit is coming, and one left alive is found.
Not a lot you can do there. There we saw Lancer Gaming. We saw two separate players just take ones, and they got punished completely for it.
Yeah.
I mean, Lancer, I understand. You guys had a great half, but stay locked in. It was 9-3. You can see the finish line.
Yeah, this is the things that are going to start bleeding into their game and causing them to lose some rounds. Like Fanchico was very good at finding that first one. The KO utility came in, really helped him get that one. But once you get that one, how do you transition that to a win, right? You play your trades, you play together, and you take that site slowly, right? So I thought the round was won for them, but a little too many aggressive peaks taking ones, and it quickly fell.
Definitely. And here we see Nate, going for a very slow default in, B and A main. Seemingly nobody even wants to fight for mid. There is nothing going on mid. I'd like to see maybe some utility come out, maybe somebody fights for mid, but I guess not. And Lancer still, it looks like they want to go for this A hit, though there is a 3 stack there. Rotate still coming out.
They're slowing down. They're waiting for the rest of the team. I don't think Northern Alberta has a read on this 5 hit. Knife going to spot one, but that's not a huge tell. Omen's not always with pack, so I don't like the orb grab if they're looking at 5 hitting here, because that does tell them there's a second person. You can always hit tab and watch which orb goes up. So it didn't pull rotates yet, but it seems like they are aware of the hit.
Lancer seemingly trying to come out. Fanchico came out alone, gets caught out. I mean, there's still 4 in main. Fanchico was alone, and it's going to be a massacre.
Yeah.
In main 2v4, not a whole lot you can do here. Let's see, maybe they can get some guns down.
I really would have liked to see a little bit more people scaling out with the jet off of all that util. Oh,
Definitely.
Spam does come through.
One from the spam. They get this KO. Kaz gets the trade on the KO. 8 seconds left. You gotta die here, Kaz. You gotta die here. Don't want to save that classic.
Yeah, not enough time to win. You've got to just go for another fight. Try and get one and die. Get your orb and get your money.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that from Lancer, because, KO Knife got one, then we saw a KJ turret come out A main 2, so they know there's at least 2, and then we even saw the orb grab, so they know there's 3 there, and I mean, that, you're trying to be secretive, you're trying to sneak up on this main, but, like, come on, Lancer, like, you made it obvious.
I would have liked, because I like their original plan, but I would have liked to see if someone was going to go for the orb, just have Omen do it. Just sell the fact that he's alone, and make sure those players on B site don't know to rotate yet.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess Lancer liked the play from last round, because they're seemingly trying to do something similar to it again. Still no mid presence from either team. Maybe slowing it down, maybe trying to work mid here, because we see KO coming top mid, Sova and KJ looking to go towards tiles. Omen still in a main for Lancer.
Yeah, we saw this last round too. Early B main pressure with Omen holding main and then slowly working back towards A. So with the gun difference this time, maybe the round will go a little bit better for them. I think this is more of a fake hit towards middle, draw out some utils, draw out some rotates, to make sure those tree players can't sit happily with no info.
Windsor Gaming seemingly trying to go for an A split here. KO does molly them off. Let's see, it's very imperative this timing is correct here from the tree players and the A main players. Let's see, can they go out in time? Jet getting up from heaven. Omen finding one on site. So we're trying to get that one. Luke gets the Omen.
Be very, very careful of heaven here, guys.
30 seconds left.
We do have that op here that could, yes, what a shot from Kieran.
One enemy
KJ.
And look how that turns around.
Wow, that op really saving the round. The third round op buy coming out from Northern Alberta.
I'm not sure if they were aware of it. I don't think we saw the op fire a shot before then, but I would have liked them to be a little bit more careful of heaven before peeking that angle. They were up in numbers, and like that's their buy round, right? That's a huge hit to their econ if they lose that round. They did get lucky spam towards tree. I think those fights were not in their favor, and they still ended up winning them. But you know, you got to close it out. You can get as much advantage as you want in the round. This round still has to end with a win.
Getting caught out top mid. I mean, I do like the play call from Lancers. You know, seemingly they didn't see anybody mid last round, but I mean, they're just getting caught out here. Come on, guys, we got to use our utility.
It was a little bit different. They were looking to change it up and punish that opper, get an easy kill. But you know, it's not an easy kill. It is pretty difficult. So I do expect that result. I like the attempt, and I just really wish it went the other way. But you know, what can you do?
Let's see, Jet getting smoked off. They cut off the info.
There is gonna be some action towards A main. Does find one.
Gaz finds one. Gets
And
two.
he
Gaz,
finds
what a
two.
shot.
That's 2 guns down. 3v2.
All right, group up and hit a site, Lancer. That's all we have to do. Okay, there is an op. Dart doesn't spot out the op. Whiffing. They know the op's heaven now. Let's see. We have a KJ rotate coming out. Okay, 3v2. I mean, it's looking pretty equal, you know. Op Odin, and then we have 2 guns and a Bulldog. So, you know, we'll definitely have to see how Nate plays his retake here. But Lancer just has to be careful of that op. They have to be careful.
We do have 2 mollies on the bomb. A lot of stall utility able to come
well
through.
As that Sova and that
yes,
KJ.
two alts coming in. We just need to not overpeak this op. We need to be very patient. Make sure this thing does not get any value.
And look at Kai's positioning. Does he spot out the KJ? The smoke blocking it off. KJ's pushing up the main. They don't know. Alf gets the trade.
Yeah.
Op tries to fight hell, I guess, with the op. I mean, they're I feel like you save. You know, you save the op. But
it was an easy cleanup from Kai there at the end of the round. Interesting choice for Alf to actually pick up the operator. You don't see it a lot, but it could be kind of beneficial to their team to punish out some of that early aggression towards the mains. And Killjoy's not going to be doing much for them besides controlling space anyways, so it is something that does happen. I just don't see it a lot from Lancer Gaming.
And we see an interesting buy coming out here from Northern Alberta. They go for the op, even though everybody else is saving. Makes you wonder, maybe they go for knives next round, but I'm not sure. The correct play call seemingly also only running into 2 here. No reinforcements nearby. Fanchico finds one on the entry. Omen is alone hell. Let's see, what can he do with this Bucky? Fanchico is 1 HP. Oh, they don't know.
Spam does come through, but he's not killed yet. Left at 1 HP. Flash comes in for heaven. Sova also 1 HP. Does find 1 kill. Trade comes in. And it looks like this.
2 there. Saving the op. Looking for the op save. There you go.
So something I don't see a lot from teams, which I do think is a bit of a flaw, is like, and Northern Alberta actually did it correctly this game, is I like Jet, when Jet does have knives, I like Jet buying on the eco round before, so that way if she dies with her Vandal, that can be picked up and used to win that eco round. But I do see a lot of Jets using knives on eco and then buying with her team later, and I think it should be the other way around. Because a Vandal dropped by a teammate is a lot more valuable than knives dropped, which only drops a classic. See, now their Jet can use knives on their buy round and pick up a gun if needed.
Makes you wonder, does he give up the op here? Well, I mean, I guess both teams just have a solid buy, but I mean, we got to see Lancer Gaming's play calls. I mean, they're working out 11 to 6. You know, just you gotta keep up this pressure. You gotta keep it heat. We also haven't seen like a whole lot of mid contention this half. You know, every now and again, there'll be a little bit, picks here and there, but still, Lancer just both teams just looking to give up mid completely.
It looks like we're actually going to see an B fake here, I believe. We have a lot of utility coming out towards B. Sova does have a fake dart lineup for B with a lot of pressure, and it looks like they might actually be able to walk in towards A site. The Killjoy utility is there. Killjoy will be spotted by Omen. So honestly, I don't know if this is going to work out. Killjoy got the information. She hears the noise. She's going to be pulling rotates, and we kind of have to be aware of this.
Rotates coming out. I think Lancer needs to hit this faster. The rotates are coming out. They know you're there. Are we hitting or not, guys? Like,
Yeah, Omen might get some. Oh, Omen is spotted by the knife.
looking to execute. Yes. Nate looking to see, hey, let's retake this. We have the cable, we have the op, we have the Odin. Let's just play it slow. Really, really makes you wonder, though. I mean, Lancer does have. I mean, they also have that Sova and KJ ult for that stall, but
Both sides are gonna have to be careful of this op having one little over peak, and it could cause. Yeah, there it is. One member down. Op hit back up, traded back.
One enemy remains.
late lurk from Kai finding the one op solo heaven. He probably wants to save this. Drops the op. Goes for the fight. Kai getting caught out in tree. Let's see. I think he wants to get the op and save. Does manage to get the op. Do they chase it? Nope. KO looking. Looks like a good save here, but I mean it's 12-6. Like, really got to change something up here. I think we need to see some mid compression.
I wouldn't mind a chase there. Lancer Gaming does have a lot of money, and it is last round potentially. It is match point, and there's not a lot of money on Northern Alberta's side. So I would have liked seeing someone try and find that operator, because if you're looking at win conditions for this round, it's going to be Kieran. It's going to be Kieran finding one or two with that operator, giving guns to his teammates, and if we could have kept that op out, or took an op out last round, it would have been a big hit to their chances.
Lancer Gaming seemingly to have the right play call on this, going for this B side execute. B side is free. I mean, you got to give this up, Nate. They own this side.
Yeah, and I do like this because
It's a fake. It's a fake from Lancer Gaming. Seem to use the utility. Jet is out on site. KO is down for the count. There is no way he is getting up. All the rotates are pulled from A though.
I do like a fake on last round when they're ecoed. They're gonna be a little bit more desperate than when it is 11-6. So those rotates are gonna come out a lot quicker.
What can Fanchico do here? Seemings to whiff. Gets caught off from the judge.
Soval does come in, delays the plant a little bit more, and gets some chip damage on Omen. It's a 3v4 currently, but we do have this operator holding heaven. So you might see one member down before they can figure it out. Smoke comes in, that does kind of improve their chances, but Killjoy ult to delay. I do like this from Lancer Gaming.
I like this a lot. We have the KJ ult to stall. We have Sova flanking. Omen looking to also buy as much time as he can for the bomb. Sova coming heaven, gets the one. Jet detained. 1v3 for Sova. Let's see, can he do it? He's also detained. I mean, this is it. That's game one.
Yeah, not enough time. That is going to be map one. And Al, he's feeling himself on that operator. And you can see, chat can't see the chat in the in-game, but we do see a little bit of banter coming in towards the end of the game. Yeah, but I don't know. That was Northern Alberta's map pick, so I'm really glad that Lancer Gaming could close that out. And as we keep saying, they're a momentum-based team, so I